But I do want to highlight Mindy put here a comment
Mm.
where she's talking about enlightened leadership provides a safe space for others to share and give and receive support. I highlight this comment because it's exactly, the segue into our second part of the conversation where, you know where we're talking about those that influence, that mentorship, those advisors. Where are you going as a leader or as anybody? Where are you going to get your advice from? You're creating this inner circle for you, and who are the elements and who are the components that are within this, this circle. But it really, really was, this Talmudic teaching and a Bible teaching that we learned from King David, where you learn from everybody and you're always influenced at any given time. And it's really those surroundings and, who are you considering your influence? So, talking to that, Tom, who are you surrounding yourself with, and what are you pulling out of those people as a leader, or not necessarily in a leader, whatever position you're in, what are you getting out of it?
Yeah, as I mentioned, maybe it was in our pre-show conversation. I've just been back in the States for 5 years, and we live on a farm, just me, dog, a couple of
Mm.
cats, and my wife. And one of our sons still lives with us temporarily. He's actually hitting the road next week. And I didn't really jump back in to my friends and my church community. They had moved on and moved out. And I didn't really reconnect with that. And so I felt a little bit lonely
Mm.
at first. I did have teaching that I was doing, but I was spending more time on the road than I was in the classroom, going to 5 different campuses to teach my courses. And so there really wasn't a lot of time to go into town just to hang out. And that's just a waste of time anyway. But building a business online, it's even lonelier, right? Being that solopreneur, and I think it becomes even more important, more essential for us to connect. We might be connecting with people through posts and DMing and video, but to really connect on a relational level is important. And in our coaching mastermind groups and coaching communities, we might have some of those relationships, but it's still more than just simply surrounding yourself with a group of people. It's finding those key relationships. If I can embarrass Mindy, I'll call her out. So she's one of my inner circle, and she reminded me when I was sharing this week that it's funny, I'm talking about this topic and I got no friends. And she said, no, you've got plenty of friends. And she reminded me of the people that I am in close contact and connection with on a weekly or
Take one
bi-weekly
position if
basis.
it's open.
And I would defer to you as well as being one of those. I think it's something I want to have more often with you and people like you. But I've got a colleague from Dubai he formerly of Dubai. He just recently retired and moved on. But he and I were, videoing every other week, sometimes weekly.
Wow.
And, it's a 2-hour chunk out of my day. And, it's sometimes you say, well, I'm just so busy, I don't have time for that. But when I didn't have that, I regretted it. I felt the energy leaking and it just kind of flowing out of me. And so it was a nice recharge for us to talk. And Mindy and I and Shane that I was just referencing, I have a former student who has written a book on kindness and is now building a speaking career. He was one of my speech students way long ago. And I reached out to him to help him with his book and wanted to help support him and his speaking career. So he and I are helping each other. We're meeting weekly. Most of the time weekly right now. He's on summer vacation in Canada, but we have those accountability sessions.
Yeah.
Not only reporting in and helping track with each other, but we talk about our families. We talk about personal challenges that we have. He confides in me in ways that he doesn't feel comfortable with even close friends at church. And I think that those are the kind of relationships you want to have. So you're looking to find those people who are, one, perhaps like-minded, maybe not exactly, but somewhere along the scale of topics like your faith, your family, friendships, your finances, and the other F for me is fitness. And it's not that all of us have to be engaged in all 5 of those at the same time, but those are areas of my life that are important to me. And we talk about all those, as well as business stuff. And we pick each other up when the other one's down. Minnie and I joke around about when she's going through something, it's either just recently happened to me or it's on the horizon, because we have this parallel universe that we're operating in. And so as I'm coaching her and giving her some insight, I go, wow, write that down, because I'm going to need to hear that. And so, and the same is true with the inverse of that, with relationship for her and me. But there are about five people that I would say that are on my radar as inner circle, that I reach out to at least on a bi-weekly basis. Mindy and I are almost daily. It's we're best of friends, and we've never met each other live yet. So
wow,
one day.